va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. I came out in the 11th grade. Nobody was embracing you. The kids were cruel. It was very difficult to be gay. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. The hard part was determining that I was going to do it, but I definitely didn't do it alone.
At age 30, with the help of her mentor, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
I have a mentor, Maria. She convinced me to continue my education and to finish what I started to get my diploma. Just never judges. She's a true role model. If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy. You know what? We should make an emergency communication plan. That way we're ready this year. At my dorm, we have emergency kits for earthquakes and wildfires, but I'm sure there's something more local I can send you with a link.
Okay.
Smart.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
What is dedication?
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops. My dad wasn't around, and I remember riding a bike and falling off and cutting myself, and me never just wanted to get back on it. People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike, and you didn't. I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
The following is a paid program. Participants of this program are not employees of this station, and their views, opinions, and claims do not necessarily represent those of Town Square Media, its employees, or advertisers.
The following program is paid for by Tim Fletcher.
Good afternoon. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Voice of the Demons, right?
Yes.
Touchdown, Demons!
Brined, marinated, or dry rubbed, it's sports the way you like it.
Sports Center top 10 right there!
Talking to the biggest names, bringing you the best interviews.
He actually smokes his beans.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
The cooler is full, and the brisket is resting.
Just a nice little pull, and it comes right apart. That's perfect.
We eat ribs with this dude.
Here's your master of ceremonies, the Kansas City Barbecue Society certified expert.
Throw the fade, looking for Ferguson. Got it!
Patrick Netherton.
13-yard touchdown. Demons are back in it.
Yeah, I got you.
That should do it. There we go. Okay, got it all straightened out. Sometimes it changes on our inputs for some reason. I don't know why. What's up, everybody? It is the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Hope everyone is having themselves a wonderful day. Despite the weather, it is gross. I had to grab some stuff from the studio. I'm actually not in studio today. I'm at home, but I had to grab some stuff from the studio, and so I went up there and brought Fletch and Hambone little lunch today, and it was nasty. It was nasty getting up there. It was nasty when I was up. No, the lunch was great. The lunch was fine. The weather was nasty. I don't want to think the food was nasty. No, the food was great, but the weather, whew, the weather is something else, man. Luckily, it's all supposed to be moving out today, I think, and then we're supposed to get better, but it's moving south, and so now that's affecting a lot of stuff that's going on. We've mentioned this before. It is a massive weekend for Northwestern State. It is the baseball opening weekend. It is the softball home opening weekend. And, of course, there is men's and women's basketball at home tomorrow, Saturday, and Monday. And Saturday is the dedication of Mike McConaughey Court. So you add in all of that, and it is this weather is not helping matters right now. There are games getting moved all over the place. They're talking about moving the Saturday slate of softball games to Friday, and if they do that, then I don't know what's happening with our show. One programming note that we do know, however, is that there will be no Patrick Netherton show tomorrow. No show tomorrow. Fletch and Rogers are handling a little business, and certainly can't argue with getting some business handled. So we get the afternoon off. So no show tomorrow. We know that for certain. And potentially no show on Friday. I just don't know yet. Excuse me. I just don't know yet what our plans are. We have, as of yet, they have not figured out what plans they want to do. Again, there's talk of moving softball games from Saturday to Friday. If that's the case, then, and if we have to pick those up, we weren't going to originally broadcast them, but if we end up broadcasting them, then I've got to get down to Natchitoches on Friday instead of on Sunday, and maybe we're not doing games on. I don't know. It's a whole mess. There's a lot of moving parts right now. Kudos to James Stanfield and our crew, who are doing an amazing job of moving things around, and they're working with one trailer, right? I mean, that's all we have. We have the one production trailer, so that always gets whatever the main game is, and in this case, it's basketball. So the trailer is set up at Prather Coliseum. There's again a women's game tomorrow night against Lamar. There's a men's and women's doubleheader on Saturday against Stephen F. Austin. The dedication of Mike McConaughey Court happens then. And then there is a bevy of, there's another game on Monday, which is men's basketball against Lamar. And then there is baseball Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There is softball Saturday, Sunday. So, we're trying to air as much of all of this as we can. But in reality, it's just really, really difficult to be able to air everything. It's really hard to get everything together, to make sure everything is as it should be. And so that makes it a little difficult. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my camera real quick on the fly, trying to center myself up a little bit better. But yeah, so needless to say, it is a bit of a nightmarish scenario going on in Natchitoches right now, as they try to figure out all of the things they need to figure out, what games go where, what are we broadcasting. Like I said, the original plan was to broadcast basketball tomorrow, baseball with backup equipment on Friday, basketball on Saturday, softball on Sunday, basketball on Monday, and also the baseball game on Sunday as well. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. They're trying to figure it out. They're not, they haven't moved the games officially yet, and they don't know what times they are, all that stuff, man. There's a lot of factors that are at play. So, needless to say, if you are a Northwestern State athletics fan, which I hope a lot of you are, that a lot of you are fans of NSU, or if you're just fans of watching me or my guy Jason Pugh or whatever, then just stay tuned, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening with Northwestern State athletics right now. But we've also got a new coach for the Saints. There are, now that the coaches have been officially hired, folks are giving out grades for the coaching search for everyone, and we can go over some of those if you like. We got a lot of stuff on the docket we can get to: NBA, college basketball. Dan Hurley continues to kind of turn himself into the biggest villain in college basketball right now. Like he's the best coach in college basketball, but he's also kind of the biggest villain in college basketball right now, which is pretty interesting. So we got some of that going on we can discuss, and then man, we'd love to hear from you. We always love hearing from our folks. You want to text the show, you want to call the show, you want to write in on any of our streaming platforms, all of that stuff, man. We are happy to have you jump in and be a part of what we've got going on here. All right, how do you get in touch with the show? Well, there's a couple of ways to do that. You can call us on our Pearl Shreveport hotline. The Pearl Shreveport hotline is 318-RALLY-45, 318-725-5945.
Hello.
Hey, Coach O. You can also reach us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. The Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line is 318-657-0HAM. That's 318-657-0426, also known as the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. We're available there. We're also available for you on any of our 4 streaming platforms. Of course, you can listen on the radio, 1130 on the AM dial, 103.3 on the FM dial. But we are also available on any of our streaming platforms. That would be Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. How do you get involved with that? Pretty easy. Facebook.com/Netherton Show. YouTube.com/@Netherton Show, because for some reason they put the little @ symbol in front of the name. So it's YouTube.com/@Netherton Show. Then twitch.tv/Netherton Show. And then on Twitter or X, we are at PT Netherton. At PT Netherton on Twitter/X. And if you want to follow along with Hambone, he is on Twitter, X as well. He would be at Heyboy Rogers is how you find him. So at Heyboy Rogers, at PT Netherton, and then Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. You can go on there, or Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You go on there, search for Netherton, Patrick Netherton, something like that. And chances are you will be able to find us. And then we'd love to have you, man. We'd absolutely love to have you. Get on board. Not only, when you do, if you haven't follow, subscribe, please do that. Some of it is subscribe, some of it is like, some of it's follow, whatever. Just do whatever it is. None of it costs you money. It's free. You can donate to the cause if you like. We would certainly take that. But we're sponsored, so we make a little bit doing this. We love more sponsors, by the way. If your business would like to get in and jump in as a part of what we got going on, hey, we'd love to have you. We got the Pearl in Shreveport. We got Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We got Hollis Dental Care. All those folks, fantastic. We'd love to add your business to our list of folks who are a part of the show. We would 100% love to have you. So feel free to jump in. You can do that if you like. You can text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 657-0426. We can send you what we call our one sheet, which gives you prices and breakdowns of everything. Everything that you got, and we can certainly work something out with you. So if you'd like to be involved in the show, hey, jump on and let us know. We'll send you out the one sheet, and you can go through and decide for yourself and see if there's something maybe you want to get in and be a part of. We would absolutely love to have you be a part of our little fun and frivolity that we have going on here. All right, so other thing is follow, subscribe, but also comment. Give us a thumbs up, a reaction of some kind. All of that interaction helps us. It's easy. Even I watch my own stream because I just want to double check, make sure how it's looking on screen. So I have a little monitor in here that I watch the stream on, and when I'm in the studio, I watch it on one of the 4 TVs. But even then, I give myself a thumbs up. While I'm there, I just scroll. You just hit the up button and go there to the little thumbs up and press the thumbs up. It's easy. Give us a reaction. Give us a thumbs up. Say something, even if it's just hi on the stream. All of those interactions are good for our metrics. They help out our numbers. So we would appreciate it if you would do that. You can also listen to the show, if you like, via the app. That is a good way to tune in. It's how I usually tune into the shows. I have my phone plugged into my truck with Apple CarPlay, and I've got the 1130 The Tiger app downloaded because I went to iTunes Store or the Google Play Store, and I searched for 1130 The Tiger. In my case, I went to the iTunes App Store, searched for 1130 The Tiger, downloaded it. Now when I open it up, there's a little button that says Listen Live. Hit that button. And boom, I'm listening live, and it's honestly a great way to tune into to the program, to any of our programs, because it is as good an audio quality because it comes straight out of our mixer. It doesn't have to go to. We're not catching it off of another antenna somewhere. It is literally directly out of the mixer, so it is as pure a signal as you're going to find. I tell people all the time, download the app, man. So when I'm in my truck, I download the app. That's how I listen on Apple CarPlay. When I'm, let's be honest, when I'm in the bathroom in the mornings, handling my business, I oftentimes will have Fletch's show pulled up, and I'll be listening on the app that way. So yeah, it is a terrific way to tune in and pay attention to the show. All right. I guess that means we have to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Rogers Hampton Jr.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Hi, man.
Hello.
What's up, my dude?
I don't know.
It is gross outside.
It is. It takes everything you can not to let it get on top of you.
I mean, like it's one of the Rogers. It's one of those grosses where like I just want to go crawl back in bed.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like
you're closer than us.
I am very close to my bedroom, Rogers. I am a mere like probably 25 steps from being. I should measure my steps to my bedroom from my office. Yeah, it's one of those where even if I don't sleep, Rogers, I just want to crawl back into bed.
I hear
you. You know what I mean? Like even if I don't take a nap, because I actually have gotten really good sleep the last few nights. Like I have. Matter of fact, my Apple Health alerted me this morning that I have reached my sleep goal 3 of the last 4 nights, and which is 8 hours. Rogers, I can't even imagine the last time you got 8 hours of sleep. Uninterrupted, but
no, I can't either.
Yeah, I was about to say I can't imagine it's been anytime recent.
No.
What's your Rogers? How much? Because I know on Saturdays or Sundays that's usually your day to sleep in. Like, how much sleep do you get on the days when you get to sleep in?
That just depends. It's different each time. Depends on how the old man bladder's working.
Right.
You know, how many times it wakes me up. But as far as a straight through, not waking up for 8 hours, I can't tell you the last time that.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
There's just no way.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's not like I sleep for 8 hours and don't wake up. Like, because I'm a side sleeper. So I tend to sleep on one side and then I'll flip over and then I'll flip back over. You know, I flip over probably 7 or 8 times during the course of the night. And so I kind of wake up a little bit when I do that. But to me, the good sleep is when I flip over, but I don't wake up. Like I don't consciously wake up. Like I flip over and then I'm just right back to sleep. Like that's good sleep for me. The bad sleep is when I roll over and it's like 4:30 in the morning and I kind of sit there and then next thing I know, I look over and it's 5 in the morning and I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to sleep. Like my eyes are closed. I'm on the pillow, all that stuff. And it just, sleep won't come. Those are the ones that are worse. And I've had a few over the course of the last week. And obviously there's, been some extenuating circumstances with my mom and all that where, I'm kind of waiting on a phone call and so I kind of get up and look at my phone because my phone's on do not disturb. So, because I don't want to wake up at, 4 o'clock in the morning because because one of my buddies is awake and texted me. And that's why, Rogers, like you could text me all you wanted at, when you wake up at 5 or, you're in the office at 5:30 or whatever. Like if you wanted to text me, you could. I'll get it when I wake up. It's not going to wake me up. But yeah, I don't want to be accidentally woken up by a wrong number or something like that. So I keep my phone on do not disturb overnight. The caveat being like my friends and family, like my closest friends and family have exceptions. So if my dad calls at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's going to go through. If my best friend calls at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's going to go through because chances are if they're calling me at 4 o'clock in the morning, something's up and I need to know about it. So that's one of the things I really like about Apple, to be honest with you, is, and I'm sure Android has the same thing, but the idea of having a do not disturb on, but you can put certain people that it will not stop from calling. If a random number calls me at 4 o'clock in the morning, it is not going to go through. It will not ring. It'll ring for them and they'll go to voicemail. But for me, my phone won't ring. It won't do anything. Now, if I look over at my phone, I'll see that I had a missed call, but it won't ring and wake me up. But if my dad calls me at 4 o'clock in the morning or best friend or whatever, there's like 5 people on that list that if they call me that early in the morning, my phone's going to ring, and I'll get up because those are important people. But Hambone, how you feeling though, brother? Everything okay? I mean, I know the weather isn't real conducive to feeling great right now, but
yeah, no, that's what I meant by I'm just trying to chill out and get through
just
this.
Walk outside, Rogers. You'll chill right out.
Oh, good gosh, yeah. I mean, this is kind of stretch of weather with the coldness that with the sickness season we've had. This is how I can get right back on you again.
Yeah, I and honestly, Hambone, this is the week that I've been popping extra zinc. Trying to take a little extra vitamin C. Like, I'm trying to do everything to boost my immune system because I've got a lot of work to do starting tomorrow. And here's the crazy thing, Rogers. If they go ahead and add, again, the schedule was women's basketball Thursday, doubleheader basketball on Saturday, men's basketball on Monday, and with that, a doubleheader softball on Sunday. So women's basketball Thursday, doubleheader Saturday for basketball, doubleheader softball on Sunday, and then men's basketball on Monday. So I'm looking at 6 games over 5 days. But if they move the softball games that are on Saturday that we're not calling to Friday and then decide we are going to call them, Rogers, I could potentially have 8 games over 5 days coming up. It could get real weird over the course of the next couple of days for my schedule. So, like I said, I am trying my best not to to stay away from everybody. I had the Super Bowl party, and I knew I would kind of have some risk there with people. But I'm kind of away from everyone. I'm in the kitchen. I'm working on stuff. Like, I'm not sitting next to people the whole time during the Super Bowl party. So, I do have a little bit of a buffer zone that way. But I was just like, all right. And a couple of people were sick and had said they were going to come and then decided not to because they were sick, which I appreciate. I'd rather you not show up if you're sick and risk getting everyone else sick. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get through to Monday. If I can get past Monday, then I have a little time off in terms of broadcasts, and I can potentially be looking at 8 games in 5 days coming up, starting tomorrow night. Especially if they move those Saturday games to Friday, then it's women's basketball tomorrow, doubleheader softball on Friday, doubleheader basketball on Saturday, doubleheader softball on Sunday, and then a men's basketball game on Monday. So, we could be looking at it. Now, don't forget, programming note, no show tomorrow for yours truly. Hambone and Fletch handling some business. So no show for me tomorrow and potentially no show on Friday, but I don't know yet. We're waiting to find that out. And, by the way, there's a chance that we might be preempted by LSU baseball anyway. So I don't know what the situation is with LSU baseball yet either. Fletch and crew are trying to figure that out as well. So a lot of things up in the air, a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. But we are off and running on the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. We will take a break. We'll come back. Carl Ravitch had a massive mess up. We'll talk about that, and then we can discuss new New Orleans Saints head coach, new Dallas Cowboys head coach. Some grades have come out for all of the coaching hires. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Text us, call us, hit us up on our streaming platforms. It is the Patrick Netherton Show.
Get ready for a night to remember. Visit seizethedeal.com this February 14th at 9 a.m. and grab an incredible offer from Sweet Carolines. Snag a $50 gift card for just $25. Experience the thrill of dueling pianos, delicious drinks, and unforgettable fun. Sweet Carolines is the place to be. The deal goes live this Friday morning on seizethedeal.com. Don't miss out on your $50 gift card for just $25. Visit seizethedeal.com February 14th and secure yours before they're gone.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
The future depends on teachers who are reinventing the classroom and starting their students on journeys that will change the course of history. Shape the future. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Right now, during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
If you're looking for quick, easy, delicious, 3 words, Natchitoches meat pie. Oh, yeah. Check your grocer's freezer for Natchitoches meat pies from the Natchitoches Meat Pie Company, a true Louisiana food made right there in Coshada, Louisiana, and shipped to all of our grocers' freezers around here. Natchitoches meat pies, mini meat pies, crawfish pies. Use that air fryer. It's so tasty you won't believe it.
Morrison DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. Visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid on lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417188. Results may vary.
Are you experiencing fatigue, low libido, muscle loss? At Rejuva-Me Medical, we specialize in medically monitored hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you at RejuvaMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
The all-new Tiger Den at Jimmy Grande Outdoors is now open in the Shreveport Auto Mall. The Tiger Den is a superfan superstore. All your favorite team colors and apparel for women, men, and kids, even infants. Polo shirts from brands like Cutter and Buck, cool hats and caps, boots and belts, purses and jewelry. Oh, you are going to love the jewelry. The Tiger Den has everything for decorating and serving on game day, even custom game day t-shirts. The Tiger Den at Jimmy Grande Outdoors, a superfan superstore, now open in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Fox Sports plays here.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
Show 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Hey, we're brought to you by Hollis Dental Care up in North Bossier. Hollis is one of the best in the business, man. They are pretty good at what they do. That's I'm telling you. You don't want to trust your teeth much anywhere else than Hollis Dental Care. 703-6680 is how you get in touch with them. 703-6680 is their phone number. All you have to do is call that number. If you have an emergency, cracked tooth or big pain in your mouth or whatever, just call them before 9 a.m. They'll work you in the same day. Gotta love that. Remember, they are closed on Fridays, so if you need to get in on Thursday. They're open later hours on Monday, so they can accommodate folks who maybe had a problem over the weekend. But you talk about just an incredible group of folks. Matt Hollis and his crew are so good at what they do. They do a lot of stuff in-house, too, which is really awesome. Whether you're looking for dental implants, a lot of times you have to go to an oral surgeon to get those taken care of. At Hollis Dental, you don't have to worry about that, man. At Hollis Dental, they'll take care of you in-house. That's awesome. That is such a big deal. And so to have that ability for those guys to be able to deal with so much of that stuff in-house, not have to take it outside, not have to go and deal with that in another location, add in a bunch of extra people, all of that stuff. That's part of the real draw of Hollis Dental Care. And then, of course, they've got in-house dental cleanings and things of that nature. They got fixed dentures that are really good. The price has gone down and the quality has gone up. Right? Like, you can't argue with that. That's what you're looking for, right? That's what you're looking for in a dentist. You're looking for higher quality and lower prices, and that's why you choose Hollis Dental Care. We tell you it's the best spot for your smile, and we're not lying to you. 703-6680, 703-6680 is how you reach Hollis Dental Care. Give them a shout, and they will take care of you. And again, call them by 9 a.m. They'll get you in the same day to make sure that they take care of you. Open later on Monday till 6 o'clock on Monday, and then again closed on Friday. So give them a shout, 703-6680, Hollis Dental Care on the corner of Benton Road and Wimple. As we've been telling you, it is indeed the best spot for your smile. All right, back on the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. He's Rogers, I'm Patrick. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. We'd love to hear from you, right? There's a couple ways you can get in touch with the show. You can call us on the Pearl Shreveport hotline. The Pearl Shreveport hotline is 318-RALLY-45, 318-725-5945. Or you can text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. That number is 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426 is when we hear from Marco. Marco over on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. Said, when I sleep a full 8 hours, I wake up thinking I might be in heaven and thank the Lord. I know exactly how Hambone feels, LOL. My phone's been on silent forever. Yeah, you remember back 10, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, everything was ringtones, right? Like I paid money to get the Emperor's theme from Star Wars and the Cantina theme from Star Wars and the Knight Rider theme, and we paid good money for all of that stuff. My phone hasn't been off of silent in like 10 years. Like I don't have a ringtone anymore. My phone just vibrates when it rings, and it's on my watch. That's what's hilarious about kind of where we are right now in our like electronic lives, so to speak, because used to be you wouldn't think twice about going out paying. Remember we'd pay like $1.50 for a ringtone and all that stuff. Remember we used to do all that? We'd pay all of that money and everything. Yeah, we don't do that anymore. Nobody has that. Like, when's the last time you had a ringtone on your phone? Like, nobody has ringtones on their phone anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting here trying to figure out, how do I even, if I wanted to change my ringtone right now, how would I even do that? Like, I'm looking at the phone, like the phone thing right now, I'm in the phone app. And I'm legitimately trying to figure out how I change my my ringtone. And I don't know. I legitimately don't know how to change my ringtone anymore. Like, used to be that was easy. Like, boom, it would happen. Okay, now I found it. So these are the ringtones that I downloaded. So we'll play a little bit. Right, that's the Star Wars theme. So we got that one. So we got Don't Stop Believin'. We got the Knight Rider theme. Got More Than a Feeling'. Got Separate Ways, of course. We got the Star Wars Cantina theme. And we got the intro to Staying Alive. Like, that's all of the ringtones that I have, and like, that's it. Like, I paid for all of those at some point. I paid for all of those themes. Like, can you imagine? I don't know if I could hear any of that, but like, could you imagine? Like, I literally paid for those ringtones, and I can't tell you the last time I listened to them until right now. Like, our phones are just on silent at all times anymore. I'd love to know if people, like, other than Rogers, like, does anybody keep their phone on? Like, their text tones and their ringtones, and like, does anybody not have their phone on silent other than Rogers? I know Rogers keeps his phone on. And as a matter of fact, if you listen to our shows, especially, like, obviously when I'm in studio and not here at home, but when you listen to our shows, you'll hear Rogers' phone ding from time to time in the background when he's getting a text message, usually from either Red or Little Bit. Like, that's where most of his text messages go, or come from, I should say. But yeah, anybody actually have their phone on, have their ringtones on, have their like, my dad has his phone doesn't the earpiece or whatever doesn't work anymore. So he's one of those guys that talks on speakerphone the whole time. To his credit, he has it turned down in a way where he just holds it up to his ear, so it's not like he's, you see a lot of people walking, they'll have their phone in front of them, and it's on speakerphone for the whole world to hear, which I think is crazy. Like, I don't want people listening to my business. Number one, I hate talking on the phone anyway. But to actually have the speakerphone on, like, in front of you and on and loud, or like FaceTiming people, like come on, man, don't do that stuff in public. Like, leave all of that for other things. Like, go do FaceTime in private. Jamie G, who's a golf course superintendent, said, I have to keep mine working on a golf course, and usually the ear pods are in. Yeah, but I mean, that's a different story, though. Like, yours are on because you're usually working around heavy equipment or stuff like that. And if you have your ear pods in, your phone's not ringing; it's ringing into your ear. So that's a little different. You're still working with it sort of on silent, just it just rings in your ear instead. But I'd love to know if people just walk around with their phone, with their volume up on their phone. Like, that's so anathema to me. Like, I don't understand people who walk around with their volume up on their phone. Other than Rogers, and again, he's just old. He's just an old man. That's all. That's our ham bone for you. What are you going to do? Let's see. Oh, we got some college football news, as Matt Patricia has now been announced as the new defensive coordinator for Ohio State. That is the new DC for Ohio State, after their DC left to go to where? I remember him leaving. Oh, Penn State. That's right. Jim Knowles left to go be the DC at Penn State. And by the way, Penn State's doing an auction. I just saw this on the internet. They're doing an auction, and I guess raising money for the school. I don't know exactly what it's for. but I believe it's through the university. And one of the things that they're auctioning off is a pair of Joe Paterno's glasses. You know, he had the famously, really thick lenses in his glasses, and they're actually auctioning off a pair of his glasses, like some of his, and as you might expect, the commentary on those on that post is not kind. A lot of these are the glasses you use to look away or look the other way, or not see what's in front of you and all that kind of. I mean, as you might imagine, the post did not get a lot of positive reaction when it was put up. So not a huge surprise to have that work that way. All right, we'd love to hear from you. Call us on the Pearl Shreveport hotline, 318-725-5945. Text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 657-0426. By the way, it was pretty hilarious. We're getting a lot of reaction to the booing of Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. Also, a lot of Chiefs fans are really after Travis Kelce. Because there were a couple of different instances where Kelce, maybe kind of whiffed on a block or there was one play where Mahomes was scrambling and Kelce was kind of open over the middle and was just waiting, and Mahomes was running for his life, and Kelce just kind of, you could see he got frustrated, and Mahomes ran. I think it was the same play where they ended up getting a penalty for holding. And Kelce, you could see, was frustrated because he wasn't wide open, but he certainly was open. It was about 5 yards downfield, something like that. But Mahomes is running for his life, and I mean, I'm going to say, like, it's nobody on the Chiefs' offense played well. Like, you can single out Kelce if you want to. There were a couple times when he struggled on blocks, but which Kansas City offensive lineman didn't struggle on blocks? Right, we talked about this on Monday. The Eagles able to pressure without blitzing, did not blitz once in that entire game, and still managed to get a ton. I think 15, 17 pressures on Mahomes. Like, seemingly every play he was being harassed. He was having to move around in the pocket. It was a very rare time when he was open. Or when he had a clean pocket and could just sit back there, read the defense, make a throw, that kind of thing. He was always having to move off his spots. One of the interceptions was definitely his fault. One of the interceptions, he got hit as he was throwing it, and that caused the ball to be behind the receiver and that was the Zach Bond interception late in the first half. So, so Saquon Barkley, who, won a championship after being one of the biggest free agent signings of all time in the NFL, Saquon Barkley went on Howard Stern, and they asked him about Taylor Swift being booed, and it was actually a question about if he thought that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce would get engaged. He said he didn't have an opinion on that, but then turned around and said, I remember they showed her on the Jumbotron and she got booed. I don't get it. I don't get why she was getting hate there. We're trying to, she was there supporting her significant other, and she's made the game bigger. In football, we're all about how can we expand the game and make it more international. We're traveling to Brazil. We're traveling to Mexico. Apparently, we're traveling to Australia soon. We're trying to expand the game, and her being a part of it is only helping it. I don't get the dislike that she's getting. And then he talked about Philly fans. Of course, the reason they booed was because she's there supporting the Chiefs, and most of the partisans in the crowd were Philly fans. They had most of the tickets when it came to, again, a lot of the Super Bowl is corporate, right? A lot of the Super Bowl fandom is not partisan. A lot of it's sort of neutral because it's business people that are, there just for the spectacle of the game. But yeah, the majority of fans that were there cheering for either team were Eagles fans. It's a little bit old hat for Chiefs fans, let's be honest. They were going for a three-peat, which would have been a pretty significant deal, obviously. But it's if you talk about the newness factor, yeah, the Eagles hadn't been there for a few years. and they hadn't won one since Doug Peterson was the head coach. Nick Foles and that whole thing when they outdueled Brady. So, yeah, the thought process of the Eagles fans is let's go, right? Let's go. They're going to have a party in New Orleans, which, again, the reviews for New Orleans were absolutely raves left and right. And then you add to that the fact that this was an opportunity for the Eagles fans to get out there to party and to watch their team. So, yeah, it makes sense that when they show, the most public face of Chiefs fandom, like sorry guy that played Mitchell on Modern Family and sorry Paul Rudd, like Taylor Swift right now is the face of Chiefs fandom. And so, they show her, and by the way, she's also a Pennsylvania native, so there's probably some butt hurt going on there that a girl from Pennsylvania would be there cheering for the other team. So, yeah, they start booing her. Bash brought up they threw snowballs at Santa Claus. Yeah, I mean, this is not a fan base that's traditionally known for their hospitality. So it's no surprise they got booed. A lot of people tried to make it political, like they're booing because of this, that. No, when they show Trump on the Jumbotron and folks cheer or boo, that's political, right? When they show Taylor Swift and they boo, it's because Eagles fans are mad she's a Chiefs fan. And I'd imagine, again, there's probably some of it that she grew up in Pennsylvania, and she's a Chiefs fan. Like, she's out there, she's rooting for her man. Like, she should be there rooting for Kansas City. So I get it. It's still hilarious, to be honest with you. And she took it well, right? Like, she knew what was going on. So that's just, that's great. That's awesome. By the way, Saquon Barkley ended up running for nearly 2,500 yards this past season. He was talking about Philly fans. They just shower you with love, and it's been pretty cool for me and my family because kind of how things ended in New York, there was always love and support there, but things didn't end off on a great note, I guess you could say. And to be able to come here and just the way how they've taken me in and my family in, and my daughter is the star here, they love my little daughter, so it's been pretty cool. That's awesome, man. That is absolutely awesome. Good for them, and I'm glad that it worked out that way. All right, we got to talk about what Carl Ravitch had to say in the SEC game last night. It was pretty hilarious. So we'll talk about that, and then whatever else is on your mind, we'd love to hear from you. Feel free to holler at us. It is the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. He would be Rogers. I would be Patrick. Our show brought to you by our good friends at Hollis Dental Care, The Pearl in Shreveport, and Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Text us, call us, send us messages over on our streaming platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We'll be back.
More than you think. A customer wants, needs the goods and services your business offers. No matter how hard they try, they can't find you, but they find your competitor right there at the top of the results page.
And even if they do find your website, when they click, it's like a ghost town.
Hello?
Outdated, not compelling, and perhaps worse, it has information that's not accurate.
Y2K?
But how do you fix that? At Town Square Interactive, we have the tools to help you maximize your online presence. Just go to mylocalcustomers.com and start by getting a free local customer analysis.
This online tool will show you just how many customers in your area you could be reaching. To get in front of those customers, we will build a premium website for your business.
One that shows up well in web searches and converts website clicks into phone calls, appointments, and foot traffic.
It's simple, it's fast, and it's affordable. Go to mylocalcustomers.com and get started by getting your free local customer analysis today.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you gotta hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflesh.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe, and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflesh.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflesh.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflesh.com.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Chevyland is the #1 Chevrolet dealer in the area, so you know what that means. Sweet deals await. How about no payments on select new vehicles for 120 days? That's 4 months. Heck, the College World Series will be over by the time you're having to make your first payment. Or what about 1.9% financing plus $1,000 cash allowance on select new vehicles with approved credit at Chevyland? Together, let's drive.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for reliable electrical services? Look no further than Jack Spring Electric. From industrial to commercial to residential needs, we've got you covered. Our expert team ensures top-notch service every time, keeping your operations running smoothly and your home's powered up. And when the power goes out, trust our generators to keep your lights on and your business going strong. Visit jackspringelectric.com for all of your electrical needs. For quality you can trust, visit jackspringelectric.com today. Jack Spring Electric, powering your world.
Got junk? Trash Bandits has you covered. Serving Shreveport and beyond, we offer fast and reliable junk removal, dumpster rentals, and hoarding cleanup. Whether it's a small job or a big project, our team handles it all with professionalism and care. Plus, we recycle and donate items whenever possible. Visit trashbanditsla.com or call 318-562-3122 to book your service today. Trash Bandits, your local junk removal experts.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An an unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Bossier City's home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
We're doing a wellness check on Trey right now. That's what we're certainly doing. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Ham-blown. I called you ham-blown. Ham-bone playing the hits. Or ham-blown, I guess. I don't know. Whatever works for you, I guess, my brother. He's Rogers Hambone Hampton. I would be Patrick Netherton. Hope everyone is staying dry, staying out of the weather, trying your best to stay indoors as much as you can, stay warm. Because, you know, it's funny, it's not like it's 20 degrees outside, but anytime it's wet and cold, it's just the worst, man. Wet and cold is just the worst. So, yeah, hope everyone is staying dry and trying to stay warm. All right, if you didn't hear it last night, Carl Ravitch, who, I mean, just full honesty, not a massive fan of Carl Ravitch's, especially on basketball. Not a huge fan. Well, anyway, Alabama and Texas last night. Alabama blew out Texas. The Crimson Tide continue to be very strong. We were talking yesterday about the potential for maybe four number one seeds. Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, and Auburn are all in the top 5. So 4 of the top 5 right now in the polls are from the SEC. So there's thought that, hey, maybe that would be the case. Anyway, so Ravitch is on the call last night of Alabama and Texas, and it's a blowout at the end. Okay, Alabama's up 22, something like that. So there was a tweet. Gosh, I want to say probably 2-3 weeks ago now, and I'll see if I can find it, because it I sent it to. Sent it to our group chat with Fletcher and all of that crew. Let me see if I can find it. I'm looking back through the links right now. But basically, what it said was that it was somebody who basically went on and said, look, the SEC is 82. Oh, here you go. I just found it. Okay. It was from a guy named Jacob Pickle. Jacob Pickle, who is apparently the podcaster from Alabama. Jacob Pickle tweeted back on the 26th of January, wow, the quote, best conference in the history of college basketball is 54-54 since January 4th. ESPN once again showing their SEC bias for some teams that can't even get above 500. So the best conference in the history of college basketball, 54-54 since January 4th. ESPN once again showing their SEC bias for some teams that can't even get above 500. Now, the hilarity of the tweet is that January 4th was the start of SEC play. So SEC teams are playing each other, which means that in every game, the SEC is going to go 1-1. So there had been 54 SEC games to that point, and every team went 1-1. Like every game, the SEC goes 1-1. One SEC team wins, one SEC team loses. When you finish up your SEC schedule, it is going to be 500. Unless you have some weird thing happen where a team doesn't play the same number of conference games as anyone else for some weird reason, or forfeits or whatever, I don't know. But just in a normal conference slate, the teams are going to be even. It's going to be 54-54, 82-82, or whatever the case may be. So that was a tweet from January 26th, okay, from a guy named Jacob Pickle. Best conference in the history of college basketball, 54-54 since January 4th. Well, Karl Ravitch turned around, and last night, Ravitch goes on the air and basically just says, hey, since January 4th going into Tuesday, and he talked about like the SEC's non-conference, they were 135-20 or whatever it was. But since January 4th into Tuesday, the SEC teams are 82-82. There's no dominant group of teams. He fell for it. He fell for the SEC is not dominant because they're 500 in conference play, which is by rule how it has to happen. Matter of fact, let me see if I can play this for you. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. Let's see if we can play it.
We know how dominant they were in the non-conference season, the SEC. They were 185-23. Since January 4 into Tuesday, the SEC teams are 82-82. It's not as if one team or two teams or three. They're 82-82. Like there's been no ability to pull away. There's no dominant group of teams.
So there you go. There's no dominant group of teams. I hope you could hear that okay. Since the start of since January 4th into Tuesday, the SEC is 82-82. No dominant teams. No one's been able to pull away. So, yeah. So Ravitch got. He made a point to say, that they were 100 and whatever and 20 whatever in non-conference play. And he made it a point to at any point did anyone think he was joking in that whole thing? Like there was never a wink, like a verbal wink, that nothing that he said there made it appear as if it was a joke, and that he knew that it was a joke, that it was, of course the conference is 500 because in every SEC game, the league goes 1-1. One SEC team wins, one SEC team loses. But it never felt like he got the joke. And by the way, a couple of different guys have been caught with this as well. Like several different people have been caught with it. So he says that, and everybody's like, oh no, it's just, And there's a lot of send him back to baseball and all that stuff, like just crazy. Just a really, like, it's a miss. And the thing that's like, Jimmy Dykes never corrected him or like stopped him or like, tried to turn it into a joke and like make a laugh out of it so that everyone would think it was like, he never, like, nobody caught it and stopped him. So Ravitch just tweeted this about an hour and a half ago. I just landed and see X is on fire. Simple explanation. Tongue-in-cheek 82-82 record was to illustrate any night either team can win and one will. Clearly very poor execution on my part. It is amazing that Alabama, Auburn have only lost once in such a great conference. That's all. Here's the problem. Nobody believes him at all. And look, we've all been there. We've all made mistakes. I've read stats that were wrong. I've thought things that I were 100% on that turned out to be incorrect. But that's just common sense. Like, just think to yourself, like, why is the conference exactly 500 since January 4th? Like, why that specific date? And you can go back and look and see that SEC play began on January 4th. But, like, there was nothing in his tone, there was nothing in his delivery, nothing that said, oh, by the way, I'm messing. Like, I promise you, if I had given that stat on the broadcast, you would have 100% known I was joking about it. I would have been in on, like, I would have made it so obvious that this was tongue-in-cheek, but he didn't. Then he comes on Twitter and tries to play it off as it being, oh, those tongue-in-cheek. I just did a poor job of it. But no, like, you doubled down. It wasn't that you said that the league was 82-82 since January 4th. You also had to add to that, well, there's just no dominant teams and no group of teams pulling away or whatever. Yeah, there are groups of teams pulling away. They're called Auburn and Alabama and Florida and Tennessee. Those are the teams that are pulling away. Like, it's very obvious. We can see that. They've, with the win-loss records. The difference is you got the teams on the bottom that are equaling them out. That's why the whole league is 500 during league play. It's how it works. So it made me laugh. I'm not going to lie. I laughed hysterically. And I just shook my head. I was like, oh man, like Carl Ravitch got. And instead of owning up to it, like, yeah, guys, I made a mistake. He doubled down. I was kidding. I just didn't do a good job of it. No one believes he was kidding because he doubled down on it during the course of it, talking about there's no dominant teams, there's no group of teams that are coming out of that, et cetera, et cetera. It was a rough look. I'm not going to lie. We've all been there. We've all said things we regret on the air. We've all had those moments. The lack of critical thinking certainly made things a little bit difficult in that one. Hey, don't forget our show is brought to you by the good folks at The Pearl in Shreveport. That's right, The Pearl in Shreveport. Whether you're looking for a fantastic steak or burger, some American-type favorites, or you want something more on the Louisiana seafood side of things, they got you covered. That's what they do at The Pearl. 70th and Fern Avenue is where you find them, the white and brick building with the black awnings. Easy to find, right across from Sports Spectrum. Just, get down there on Fern Avenue. Go right behind the bank that's right there on Fern and 70th. And, all you have to do is just find that building, the big black awnings. You can't miss it. Big pearl thing in the shape of a pearl. The drawing in the shape of a pearl. Easy. You go in there. You get yourself an amazing appetizer, whether that is maybe you want some cornbread. Maybe you want the queso fries, which are the fries with cheese sauce, and then they add crawfish tails on top of them. That's one of Roger's favorites. Maybe you want a little boudin dip. I love the boudin dip. It's deconstructed boudin. It's basically the boudin filling. They put a little cheese on top of it, and they bake it. Like, how can you go wrong with that, man? Boudin dip? Come on. 3 to 5, they've got happy hour deals. You can go in there and get you some deals. They've got amazing oysters, whether you like them raw or char-grilled. And then you've got a bevy of incredible menu items. The shrimp and grits, just classic Louisiana favorite. The catfish and chaffalaya is incredible with catfish and etouffee and crawfish tails on there. Man, they've got so many delicious things for you to try. They've got an amazing list of cocktails. They have signature cocktails, things you won't find anywhere else, their own creations that you can go get. You can go sit at their 47-foot bar. It's not 47 feet high, it's 47 feet wide. Or in length, I guess. I'm not sure if that's a length or a width thing. But it's a lot of seating area. They got TVs up there you can go watch at the bar. They got the David Fry Shrine right behind you at the bar. You can't argue with that. Just so many amazing things going on for Robert and Chef Walter and his crew over at The Pearl. 70th and Fern Avenue is where you find them. Go check them out. Make sure when you go in, you tell them you heard about it right here on the Patrick Netherton Show. Let them know that their advertising dollars are working. We'd appreciate it, man. Let them know, right? Let them know. 70th and Fern Avenue, that's where you find The Pearl. Open for lunch on the weekends, open for dinner every day of the week. We'll take a break, come back, talk a little more sports with you on the Patrick Netherton Show.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Time for big fun in the Big Easy. Welcome to Mardi Gras Live. I'm Billy Brass.
And I'm Sarah Second Line, live from the heart of all the parades.
Mardi Gras is not only about parades, but also about tradition.
And what better tradition than to celebrate carnival season with Mardi Gras scratch-offs from the lottery?
Jam to the beat with trinkets and cash, where you can win up to $5,000.
Use your doubloon to scratch some cash by playing floats and totes. Top prize is $10,000.
Catch one of these scratch-offs from the lottery.
And introducing 3 new big money scratch-offs. Love word games? Play one-word crossword. You could win up to $30,000. Feeling lucky? Pick up Lady Luck with a huge top prize of $100,000. And finally, every scratch is a chance to win big with bonus bucks. Top prize is a whopping $200,000. Louisiana Lottery, giving you a reason to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Need top-notch construction equipment or cranes in Shreveport, Louisiana? Scott Equipment has you covered. As a trusted family-owned business, we offer a wide range of equipment for rent or sale. Whether you're tackling a big project or need reliable machinery, Scott Equipment is here to help. Stop by Scott Equipment on North Market today to learn more and find out how you can save for your next rental or purchase. Call or visit us now and get the job done right with Scott Equipment.
The future depends on teachers who are reinventing the classroom and starting their students on journeys that will change the course of history. Shape the future. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Get ready for a night to remember. Visit SeizeTheDeal.com this February 14th at 9 a.m. and grab an incredible offer from Sweet Carolines. Snag a $50 gift card for just $25. Experience the thrill of dueling pianos, delicious drinks, and unforgettable fun. Sweet Carolines is the place to be. The deal goes live this Friday morning on SeizeTheDeal.com. Don't miss out on your $50 gift card for just $25. Visit SeizeTheDeal.com February 14th and secure yours before they're gone.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
If you're looking for quick, easy, delicious, 3 words, Natchitoches Meat Pie. Oh, yeah. Check your grocer's freezer for Natchitoches meat pies from the Natchitoches Meat Pie Company, a true Louisiana food made right there in Coshada, Louisiana, and shipped to all of our grocer's freezers around here. Natchitoches meat pies, mini meat pies, crawfish pies. Use that air fryer. It's so tasty you won't believe it.
Morris & DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. Visit morrisdewitt.com. Bateman Lawyer Spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417188. Results may vary.
Are you experiencing fatigue, low libido, muscle loss? At Rejuva-Me Medical, we specialize in medically monitored hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you at RejuvaMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
The all-new Tiger Den at Jimmy Grande Outdoors is now open in the Shreveport Auto Mall. The Tiger Den is a super fan superstore. All your favorite team colors and apparel for women, men, and kids, even infants. Polo shirts from brands like Cutter and Buck, cool hats and caps, boots and belts, purses and jewelry. Oh, you are going to love the jewelry. The Tiger Den has everything for decorating and serving on game day, even custom game day t-shirts. The Tiger Den at Jimmy Grande Outdoors, a super fan superstore, now open in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for LSU sports.
It's time for the main course with Rogers Hampton. Here's your host, Patrick Netherton.
Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM, Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Hope everyone is making it through the day. I mean, as we know, Rogers, making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Anyway, I can feel Rogers rolling his eyes and shaking his head from all the way at my home right now. 1130 The Tiger is where you find us on the AM dial. 103.3 is where you find us on the FM dial. We're also streaming on 4 different platforms. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. All of those are available to you. All you have to do is easily just search for my name, Patrick Netherton. That'll typically take you where you want to go. Direct lines, facebook.com/Netherton Show, youtube.com/@Netherton Show. twitch.tv/Netherton Show, and over on Twitter or X, we are at PT Netherton, at PT Netherton. If you do go, like, follow, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, a reaction, an emote of some kind, to send us a note while you're watching, just say hi, that kind of thing. Again, all of those interactions help out our metrics, right? The more of those reactions and interactions we get, the better that we are, able to kind of push out the message there. So please do that for me if you would, if you're watching on any of our streaming platforms. By the way, Travis Kelce going to take some time to figure out what his next step is. Kelce on his own podcast, which, by the way, his podcast with his brother Jason is, I believe, the #1 podcast in the world right now. He said, I know everybody wants to know whether I'm playing next year, and right now I'm just kicking everything down the road. I'm kicking every can I can down the road. I'm not making any crazy decisions. I've been fortunate over the past 5-6 years. I've played more football than anybody. It's because of the people that are in that building. The fact that we keep going to these AFC championships and these Super Bowls, that means I'm playing an extra 3 games more than everybody else in the entire league. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body, and it's a lot of time spent in the building, focusing on your craft, focusing on the task at hand, and every challenge that you set up for yourself. That process can be grueling. It can weigh on you. It can make you better. It can drive you crazy at the same time. And right now, it's one of those things where it was driving me crazy this year. It happens as you kind of tail off towards the back 9 of your career, as Scott Van Pelt would say. Kelce had just 4 catches for 39 yards in the Super Bowl. And again, had a tough day at the office, not only receiving, but also blocking. His blocking was not particularly good. Mahomes was getting pressured left and right, and even when they tried to leave Kelce in to help block, it didn't really help. Again, as we talked about, the fact that the Eagles didn't have to blitz once in that entire game, and they still got a ton of pressure. Like, that's the dream scenario for any defensive coordinator. If they don't have to bring an extra player or multiple extra players in order to get pressure, and they still get pressure on you, 9 times out of 10, you're losing if you're the opposing offense. If they can pressure you with 4 or 3 and can drop 7 or 8, you are, by and large, not going to win. Because think about it. If, let's just say that in a scenario, you're bringing 4, you're dropping 7, and you're playing 2-man, all right, which, if you're for the uninitiated, 2-man is man underneath. So every receiver, 4 receivers, 5 receivers, a running back, a tight end, whatever. Everyone has a man on them, and then there are 2 safeties that are playing zone back behind it. They have half the field basically. That's 2-man, and so basically, if you drop 3 into, you send 3 out into the pass pattern. Well, guess what? It's 3 guys that are manned up, and then there are 4 guys left in zones able to just stay in cover. Or they can rush if they want. If the guy that, like, if you've got the running back or the tight end and he stays in, you can then rush, because at that point it's not a blitz technically. You're just your man is not going out. But the best way to suffocate an offense is to be able to get pressure without having to bring extra bodies. You bring 5, you bring 6, and suddenly there are gaps, there are holes. Every quarterback's going to exploit that. But you bring 4 and get pressure and don't have to bring anybody else, you're going to be cooked. That could have been Tom Brady back there, and chances are he's going to get cooked. So it was it is definitely a bad look for the offense. And of course, when they left Kelce in to block, he struggled. When they sent him out, he didn't get any, didn't really get any catches. Again, 4 for 39. They had the one deep ball that was late when the game was already decided, and Philly was playing even less aggressive, which is funny because, again, they didn't blitz. It's not like they were 60% blitz, and then when they had the game in hand, they backed off. This wasn't a Greg Williams defense. This was a Vic Fangio defense. They were well prepared. And the fact that they were able to get the amount of pressure that they did with the front four was the reason why the Eagles won that game. So, yeah, I mean, look, it's a Kelsey said, as you see yourself or not feel yourself have the success you once had, it's a tough pill to swallow. For that not to be there in the biggest moments, knowing your team's counting on you, those are all extremely hard things. It's just a tough reality. He said talking about coming back, needs to be all in if he comes back. Said, I think I owe it to my teammates that if I do come back, it's going to be something that is a wholehearted decision, not half-assing it. I'm fully here for them, and I think I could play. It's just whether or not I'm motivated or it's the best decision for me as a man, as a human, and as a person to take on all of that responsibility. And then, of course, Clark Hunt, the chairman of the Chiefs, said that they would give Kelsey all the time that he needs to make that decision. And he's earned it. He's been the best tight end in football for the last several years. We're going back to the Taylor Swift thing, getting booed by the Eagles fans. Marco said it was her reaction, LOL, and maybe she should have borrowed that half and half shirt from Mama Kelsey. Yeah, from the last Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl. And here's the thing. I don't even know if Taylor Swift's favorite team growing up was the Eagles. I have no idea who her favorite team was growing up. But the reason she got booed was because she's cheering for the Chiefs, and the fans were predominantly Philly. It was not political. It was not any sort of a reaction to her music or anything. It was simply because they know she's the most visible Chiefs fan. They would have booed Paul Rudd. They would have booed John Hamm. They would have booed the guy that played Marshall on Eric Stone Street, I believe is his name, that played him on Modern Family. They'd have booed anybody that they knew was openly cheering for the Chiefs. And it just happened to be Taylor Swift that got put up on the thing. 318 said she got booed because Trump was there and she endorsed Kamala. No, I guarantee you she did not get booed because of any sort of political affiliation. She got booed because she was a Chiefs fan and the crowd was predominantly Eagles fans. That's the political booing or cheering was reserved for Trump. At that point, there were no politics at play for why they booed Taylor Swift. Draco on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line said, my wife said thanks for the ham and cheese recipe. It was a big hit, along with the Stephen Joseph burn-in ribs and chopped beef. Roll Tide. Oh man, I'm glad y'all made the hot ham and cheese sandwiches. Yeah, they were also a big hit. Like a friend of mine was like, well, you should cook these more often. I'm like, yeah, I probably should. They're easy and they're delicious. I mean, it's literally King's Hawaiian rolls. You slice them in half. You put them in a baking dish. You throw ham and I use honey ham and Swiss cheese. Then you put the top of the rolls back on, and then you mix up its butter and mustard and poppy seeds and onion flakes, and that might be it. Oh, and sugar. And you stir all that up, mix it up real good. You pour it over the thing. You put it in the oven for 20 minutes or whatever, and boom. You got some, and I overcooked them a little bit. I looked at them when the time was up, and I was like, they probably need a couple more minutes. And I probably gave them a minute or two longer than they should have gone. They were a little extra crispy, but they still were fine. And it is a delicious recipe. It really, really is. And I'm glad, Draco, y'all used it, and I'm glad it was a hit for you guys. That's awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Ed in San Marcos, a.k.a. Ed October, said, talking about players playing extra playoff games, will the NFL need to offer 3 buys to get the NFLPA to go along with an 18th game? My fear with a longer season is teams being out of playoff contention by week 9 or 10 and those fans losing more interest. Yeah, there is the push for 18 games. The players seem to be very against this. They seem to be okay with 17, but the players seem really against 18. I would be surprised if they agree to an 18-game season without some serious concessions. Extra bye week, maybe more money, maybe bigger roster, right? If you're going to play 18 games, let's bump the 53-man roster up to a 60-man roster, something like that. I will be surprised if the players agree to an 18-game season without some serious changes being made to the CBA. I don't think they're going to be able to get away with having anything close to what it is now and then trying to add to 18. Elvis Presto said, hey, guys, I have a prediction for next year's Super Bowl. Jay-Z gets fired, and then Up With People and Elvis Presto make our triumphant return. Yeah, and that's what Elvis, I was talking about that back on Monday when people were lamenting the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. A lot of people, it's the worst halftime show ever. It's the worst halftime show ever. Like, no, look, guys. Up With People and Elvis Presto had a no offense, Elvis. Up With People and Elvis Presto had a halftime show together. Let's not act like the Kendrick Lamar halftime show was the worst thing that has ever happened. Our halftime shows used to be just marching bands. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love a good marching band. But let's not act like that's an amazing halftime show, right? When you compare it to some of the things that we have seen at halftimes of games more recently. So yeah, I'm not ready to declare that Kendrick Lamar was the worst halftime show simply because you didn't like it. That doesn't mean it was the worst that's ever been. Like, realistically, there have been way worse halftime shows performed at the Super Bowl. Again, I'm not a fan of Kendrick Lamar's. I know like one of his songs. It's not my music, whatever, but I appreciated the choreography. I appreciated the spectacle of it. I didn't have an issue with his halftime show. Just not my music. But that doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and try to tell you and sell you on the fact that it's the worst halftime show ever. It's not. Some of the stuff they used to do back in the day were some bad halftime gigs going on back in the day. So let's not act like this was the worst thing ever simply because you didn't like it. I'm not a fan of that scenario. Hey, don't forget, our show is brought to you by the good folks at Hollis Dental Care, the Pearl in Shreveport, and Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. They are incredible folks doing incredible work. All of them. Please make sure that you go visit them, you call them, you go eat. Go to the Pearl and then go get your teeth cleaned at Hollis, and then go get your house cleaned with Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. And again, if you are someone who has a business, you'd like us to help you get word out about your business, give us a shout, man. We'd love to hear from you. Text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. Let us know you would like to potentially advertise on our show, and we will send you what we call a one sheet that will tell you all the information you need to know. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap this bad boy up. It's the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Holler at us. We'll be back.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school. That education got me to the first day at my dream job, which I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from the Army National Guard helped me buy my first house. I also know that I will be one of the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
Sponsored by the Louisiana Army National Guard, aired by the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Get ready for a night to remember. Visit SeizeTheDeal.com this February 14th at 9 a.m. and grab an incredible offer from Sweet Carolines. Snag a $50 gift card for just $25. Experience the thrill of dueling pianos, delicious drinks, and unforgettable fun. Sweet Carolines is the place to be. The deal goes live this Friday morning on SeizeTheDeal.com. Don't miss out on your $50 gift card for just $25. Visit SeizeTheDeal.com February 14th and secure yours before they're gone.
Business taxes. Was stressing about all the time and all the money you spent on your taxes.
This is my bill?
Now Business Taxes is a TurboTax small business expert who does your taxes for you and offers year-round advice at no additional cost, so you can keep more money in your business. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on turbotax.com/business. Only available with TurboTax Live full service.
Morning, Paula.
Morning, Ron.
Another day in Adminville, am I right?
What are you working on? Oh!
You okay?
Your tabs. You have so many open.
Yeah, gotta order lunch for the big client meeting. With great responsibility comes tabs.
I can help. Close all those tabs and open just one, easycater.com. Online ordering from local restaurants, plus tools to save time, stay on budget, track expenses.
One tab to rule them all.
EasyCater, the smarter way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code QUICK to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code QUICK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code QUICK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
The all-new Tiger Den at Jimmy Grande Outdoors is now open in the Shreveport Auto Mall. The Tiger Den is a super fan superstore. All your favorite team colors and apparel for women, men, and kids, even infants. Polo shirts from brands like Cutter and Buck, cool hats and caps, boots and belts, purses and jewelry. Oh, you are going to love the jewelry. The Tiger Den has everything for decorating and serving on game day, even custom game day t-shirts. The Tiger Den at Jimmy Grande Outdoors, a super fan superstore, now open in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
Tiger weather now.
Flood watch in effect Tuesday morning through Wednesday afternoon for heavy downpours continuing to roll up our way from the southwest. Heavy rains overnight into early Wednesday morning. Some places getting inches of rain. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Do not drive your vehicle across flooded roadways. 46 are low tonight. Cold rain in play. Thunderstorms early tomorrow morning. High 57. I'm meteorologist Scott Lauriamore at the Weather Channel.
The previous program was paid for by Tim Fletcher. KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Bossier City's home for LSU Sports, a Town Square Media station.
Floating through the airwaves like smooth hickory smoke. Patrick Netherton.
Yes, one of the great mondegreens of all time. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Along with there's a bathroom on the right. And everyone knows Big Old Town had a light on. That's one of the ones. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. I guess, I mean, you know, if that's how you want to roll. Ain't nobody mad at it. Look, you do you, kid. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Absolutely. I didn't realize, Rogers, that that was the name of the album, not the name of the song. So, Rogers, correct me if I'm wrong, the song is Purple Haze?
Yes.
Okay. I always thought the name of the song was Kiss the Sky. Huh. Shows what I know. But that was the name of the album, actually, as it turns out. Yeah, I didn't realize the song itself was called Purple Haze. I thought it just was Kiss This Guy. Yeah, there you go. Rogers, best guitarist ever?
In my book, yes.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's arguments, obviously. Same with best female vocalist, all that stuff. But Jimi Hendrix is on the short list, I think.
I mean, he's in the top. He should be in the top 3 of anybody's.
Right. I think that's, he's going to be he's in the running for number 1 on anybody's list. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rogers. He played the guitar left-handed, but he played a right-handed guitar upside down.
Yes, and he reversed the strings.
That's so crazy.
That's another reason I put him at the top. Is talk about an unorthodox time. A left-handed African-American during the time of white Caucasian hippie peace, love, smoke, dope. It just didn't fit what was going on,
right?
Except for his hippie clothes and the bandana and all that. But yeah, had to take a regular guitar, turn it left, and then switch the strings from where they would be properly on a left-handed guitar.
I wonder, if you handed him a traditional left-handed guitar, I wonder what he would have done. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he played a left-handed guitar sometime.
Yeah,
I would just be curious. Would he be lost If you just gave him a traditional left-handed guitar, I don't know.
think so, because the strings and the frets and the notes would still be in the same spot.
So why reverse the strings and not just get a left-handed guitar? You know what I mean? Like it's
that just maybe starting out and you don't have any money back in the hippie
right.
days.
Like I understand when you first get going, like, okay, I can't pay for a left-handed guitar, but I've got this right-handed guitar that I can flip upside down. And then redo the strings on it. Like I get that, but like once you get to a certain level, they're handing you guitars at a certain point. You're not paying for them anymore. Like, couldn't you just play the left-handed guitar? I don't know. Like that's unusual. Good. Like, look, the guy's a musical genius. Like, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, I mean, again, I got Draco chiming in, Ed October chiming in. Like, yeah, there's plenty of really good guitarists. All I'm saying is Jimi Hendrix is in the talk of number one on whose ever list it is. Like, I don't think you can have a list and not have Jimi Hendrix be in contention for number one. I don't think that's a real list. Again, it's like during the summer we're going to do our best female vocalist list, and God help us as we try to figure that out, because that is good luck. Draco said Chet Atkinson, best guitarist ever. Rogers, should I admit that I don't know who Chet Atkinson is? Like, is that bad if I admit that? Like, that I don't know who Chet Atkinson is?
No, that's a whole different kind of genre thing there.
Okay. I didn't want it to be like, oh my God, how did you not know who Chet Atkinson is?
I mean, you start doing that, you got to start throwing in guys like Roy Clark, who played one of the meanest guitars I've ever seen. You got to kind of split it into a musical genre.
Right.
thing.
Chet Atkins was more of a country music guitarist. JB2 just mentioned Roy Clark, Rogers, just as you did. So Chet Atkins was known as Mr. Guitar. So there you go. I guess, Rogers, would I be known as Mr. Anything? I don't think so. I got to get famous enough to be known as Mr. Something, Rogers. Well,
thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
I was about to say Mr. Know-It-All. I mean, I can't argue with that. I have been tagged with Mr. Know-It-All, so there's at least something, I guess. Hey, it's the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Draco said Tammy Wynette. Look, we're not getting into this discussion today, okay? This is a spring summer discussion when things aren't going on. I mean, we got LSU basketball tonight, trying to sweep Arkansas. As I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Rogers, LSU's only conference win was Arkansas, right? Is that, I believe that's correct? Yeah. So, LSU playing Arkansas tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN2. That's going to be a big one. Arkansas has gotten pretty hot here of late. Seems like John Calipari has started to figure it out a bit. Even though they lost their point guard to an injury, it does feel like that they're starting to figure things out just a bit at Arkansas with Calipari. They're Razorback shaped chicken nuggets that they got going on down there. We're further south than them. But yeah, I mean, you got that game. That's one of those that if you're Matt McMahon, you better start winning, man, because you're not making the tournament. That's for sure. Did you lose me, Rogers? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I guess I just stopped working. What just happened here? Let's see. Okay, let me see why I just stopped working. All right, do you have me again, Rogers? There we go. Check, check, check. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Do you have me? You got me again? Am I good, Rogers? Okay, that was weird.
Hey, boy!
Yeah, that was weird. Like, just for some reason, in the middle of talking, a setting changed on my clean feed, and turned me off of being on the radio. Like, I was really, like, in the middle, like, just 55 minutes into the show, a setting just changed itself. I don't know, man. I don't know. Whatever, man. Luckily, we're almost done with the show. Nobody's listening at this point anyway, right? Who cares? I could just say all kind of terrible things right now, and no one would know. But I won't, because we are at the end of the show. Oh, man. Good show today, guys. Appreciate everyone chiming in, being a part. I don't like necessarily going after other broadcasters, but the Carl Ravage stuff was just too good to pass up. So we didn't pass it up. That's the thing. If you're gonna be a broadcaster and you make a mistake, you just got to own it. Ravage claiming it was tongue-in-cheek, and it certainly did not appear to be tongue-in-cheek. It appeared to be serious, and that's not good. That's not good. By the way, while you weren't looking, Jim Tressel is now the Lieutenant Governor of Ohio. Guy's gone from national champion coach at Ohio State to now Ohio State Lieutenant Governor. So there you go. Pretty wild. Tressel retired in 2023 after being president of Youngstown State for 9 years. Won 6 Big Ten championships and a national title in 2002. That 2002 Ohio State team, one of those teams that you could argue is one of the best of all time. They were really, really good. Some of those Miami teams of the early 2000s. Of course, 2019 LSU, 2020 Alabama. They're all on the list. Some of the 80s Nebraska teams, the Nebraska teams from the 60s. A lot of teams on that list for potential of greatest team of all time in a single season. All right, well, we made it, Hambone. I hope you're able to get in out of the, get through the rain okay, my friend. It is definitely gross out there. I know it's supposed to be clearing up at some point, and then I think the weather's actually supposed to be reasonably nice for a bit, though there is a pretty good chance of rain on Saturday. But otherwise, the weather looks okay until midweek next week. But again, I mean, like it's 70 degrees on Saturday and then rain. It's going to be 31 on Monday night. Like, we're at that time frame where the weather just won't make up its mind. And I hope it does. It's getting old weather. All right, that's it for me. For Rogers Hampton, I'm Patrick Netherton. Y'all be safe and careful out there, everyone. No show tomorrow. No show tomorrow. Don't forget, nothing tomorrow for me. And I'm not sure about Friday yet. This might be our last show of the week. We might see you Monday from 1 to 3. Or Friday from 1 to 3. I don't know. But we know we won't be with you tomorrow. For Hambone, I'm Patrick.